The man simply helped a mute girl by catching her falling luggage bag. After getting off the train, the girl quietly followed him for over 10 kilometers. Thinking she might have a crush on him, the man told her to leave, saying he wasn't interested. But just as he was about to walk away, the girl caught up and tugged at his luggage strap. His patience finally ran out. He sarcastically said that if she wanted to chase after him, she'd have to go to the town and take a number like everyone else. However, the girl explained she wasn't following him for that reason. Earlier on the train, the man had received a phone call, and the girl recognized the voice as her grandmother's. She had been tailing him to find her grandmother's whereabouts. Embarrassed, the man realized he had misread the situation. The girl handed him a note with her grandmother's address. It turned out she really was his grandmother's granddaughter. He immediately called his grandmother, teasing that he was bringing a mysterious guest to see her. Then, carrying the luggage, he headed toward the town. The girl began to understand that this man wasn't as cold as he seemed. She followed him to the town. Wanting to surprise her grandmother, who sold fruit, the man deliberately walked in front to block the girl's view, then shouted from downstairs that someone was trying to steal fruit. Her grandmother came down grumbling, but when she saw her long-lost granddaughter behind the man, she froze in shock. Since the girl couldn't speak, she took out her phone and typed, "Grandma, save me." Seeing this, her grandmother broke down in tears and hugged the girl tightly. Not one for emotional scenes, the man lit a cigarette to steady his feelings. It turned out that a few months earlier, the girl's mother had died in a car accident. Her father wanted to save her stepsister's life by using the girl's heart for a transplant. To escape, she had come to find her grandmother. Hearing her tragic story, even the cold-hearted man's eyes glistened with tears. He regretted being so harsh earlier. To make it up to her, he gave her an unexpected gift, a pink lingerie set, and even watched her secretly through the window. The next day, the girl visited the man's tattoo parlor. Her grandmother, worried she'd be too hot outside, had sent her to stay there for a while. The man's assistants were sure he'd refuse, but to their surprise, he led her into his private room. He told her she could stay indoors or on the balcony, as long as she didn't touch his things. Yet as soon as he left, the girl noticed a butterfly he had drawn and added flowers beneath it. When the assistants saw this, they panicked, warning that the man would be furious. Terrified, the girl trembled. Just then, the man came upstairs to get something. The assistants quickly explained it was an accident, but he acted angry, snatching the drawing from her hands. Frightened, the girl apologized repeatedly and hurried off, using school as an excuse. What she didn't know was that the man wasn't really upset with her. He sat down afterward, wondering if he had been too harsh. That afternoon, to apologize, he picked her up from school and offered to take her back to her former city to transfer her school records. But a female classmate who had a crush on him saw them together and confronted them, asking why they were so close. Scared, the girl tried to pull away, but the man wrapped his arm around her shoulder instead. He warned the classmate that she could admire him all she wanted, but if she dared lay a hand on the girl, he wouldn't let it slide. Then, holding the girl's hand, he walked away with her confidently. What happens next? Stay tuned for the next episode.